Good morning. It is Tuesday, September 16th. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. That's Kyle Mountsier. Today we're talking about Fairhurst Trust, helping new dealers, our friends at CarEdge and AI, and maybe there's going to be a new owner of TikTok. Sources say the deal structure is in place.
Interesting.
I know you can't wait for this one. Do you have TikTok?
The most wild one. No. I downloaded that for about 2.5 hours and realized that was a mistake.
Oh my!
But kudos to all the people that build businesses on it. You know what I mean?
Amazing. Yeah,
it's wild.
I don't have it.
We'll get to it. We're gonna be always. Me and Nathan are gonna be with the TikTok king later this week. So
who's that?
Mr.
You're gonna
Alex
tell
Lawrence.
us? I know who it is. Alex Lawrence, the TikTok king.
Yeah,
you should bring him a crown and a robe.
That would be hilarious.
Crown him the TikTok king while you're on site there in Nashville.
Makes so much sense.
We got Nashville Nate in production this whole week, so that's what I call him when I step in. I haven't made the image yet, but I totally want to upload it.
Everyone smiles a little bit more when they're in Nashville.
Make this image Nashville Nate, and I'm waiting for the big brim hat, right? It's probably a little back, so the jeans will be skinnier than they actually are in Nashville right now. Like we've moved on from skinny jeans in Nashville, right?
No. We don't do skinny jeans down here.
No, I know it. We've moved on from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You did it at one point. You did.
We had the skinniest of jeans for sure for a time. The skinniest of jeans. Us in Seattle were trying to get as close to the skin as humanly possible. That was the whole thing. So
it's amazing.
We've gone sideways, Paul.
I know. It's Tuesday. Hey, we have an upcoming ASOTU Edge webinar, best dealership cost reduction targets in 2025 with our friends Doug Austin of Strategic Source and the one and only Matthew Haken of Prestige Auto Collection. It's in 2 weeks, September 24th, 2 p.m. You can go to asotu.com, sign up for it now so you'll get reminded. You'll get the recording if you can't make it. And who doesn't want to learn how dealers are actually saving money, what they're targeting, how they're doing it, accomplishing it. And that's what you're going to learn on this quick 25 to 30 minute quick shot webinar. So you can learn, save some money, get back to your day, save some more money. It's a good value prop.
It's a great value prop.
If you don't save any money, we'll give you all your money back that you
all
paid
your money
webinar.
Back. Why not?
We also have a new podcast out of our NAMED sessions by Mia. All 23 episodes we recorded on site at the NAMED annual membership meeting are all now on podcast platforms or YouTube. They're actually doing really well on YouTube, Nathan was just telling me.
Yeah.
And in search, it's serving them up to people. Great conversations. Myself and Errol Bomar, the third host, a variety of dealers, industry partners, thought leaders, and have a lot of fun. NAMED crew knows how to have some fun.
They really are good. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched one of our podcasts and you're like, should this be the first one? Yes, it should. Go find NAMED sessions on YouTube. It's so good.
All right, let's get into some news. This was on the cover of Automotive News Digital, I think today or yesterday. The late Ellenae Fairhurst, her legacy basically is living on as a Stellantis store in Virginia, now has new owners and a new approach to dealership ownership. So Fairhurst Automotive, backed by the Ellenae Fairhurst Entrepreneurial Trust, acquired and rebranded the South Richmond CDJR store. Ellenae Fairhurst, you probably have heard the name. She was the first Black woman to own an Infiniti and Lexus store in the U.S., and her trust, formed in 2024, funds and mentors first-time Black dealers with the path to majority ownership and wealth creation. The new co-owners are Ken Banks and Chris Justice, navigated all the regulatory hurdles and surprise costs, including a $50,000 business license and $40,000 in IT infrastructure upgrades. That's always fun.
It's gonna hit.
That's when you have to fix something in your car that you don't actually see. Like, is it gonna make? No, you're not gonna see it. But what? Your stuff's not gonna break. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
The advisor on the deal, Stuart McCallum, and the team at Biltmore Automotive grinded out the operate. They found the operators. They walked them through everything from DMS installation and to state licensing. And here's a quote from Chris Justice. They took two people who knew nothing about ownership and just walked us through it. And I do want to say, before you commentate on this, Stuart McCallum is one of the coolest people in automotive. I've known him for years and years and years, and he's kind of running the initiative on this. And Miss Fairhurst trusted him implicitly to set up the trust, to select the dealers, to navigate. And really the play is they sold her very successful stores to build the trust. Instead of just passing that one store off to one other person, they sold the store They created this trust, and now they're going to look at putting many owners
a bunch
in
of different
charge.
people.
So
Man,
cool.
this is so pure automotive. It's amazing. We got a little bit of a bird's eye view. We got to hang out with Stuart, hear what they were doing a couple times on some Zoom calls, and to see that sort of like forward-facing mentality, to understand that your legacy can be broadened past just, oh, we're going to pass this one store on or two stores on, but we're going to take all of those funds, resource them into, probably my guess is at least tens of different stores, if not 100 or more different stores that are enabling new entrepreneurial vision, giving leadership and training capacity to someone else to say, hey, look, install these people, plus give them the roadmap to success. I think that is like the purest piece of automotive that is out there, because it is building legacy through entrepreneurism, and I'm just pumped to watch it.
Where else does this? I can't think of another industry where an opportunity like this exists, because it doesn't. There are also a lot of other cool things.
People just consolidate into bigger things when they're going out, and we see that in auto, right? But we see this type of stuff as well.
Yep. There's an element of this too that isn't in the article, is that there are all these other initiatives that are tied to the trust, regarding paying for technicians to go into training and be fully certified techs. It's a very broad initiative. You should definitely connect with Stuart on LinkedIn and follow along with what they're doing. Perhaps there's a way that you can be a part of what they're doing if you are kind of aspiring to go that route as well. And ownership, I know there are a lot of people in our community who are very motivated, managers, sales managers, GMs, who are, part owners, who are looking for full ownership and a way to work their way up without the big cash outlay. So there's a lot of cool things going on. A great story to talk about. I'm happy that we're able to cover it, and kudos to Automotive News for putting so much emphasis on it, because like you said, there's nothing more auto than this story.
Absolutely.
Speaking of, I don't know. I mean, I was going to say nothing more auto than negotiating.
Segue.
It's really nothing more automotive than negotiating. Really, I think that's what people think of. Many customers dread negotiating a car price. So CarEdge, the company, thinks AI should do it for you. The startup's new AI Negotiator lets customers pay $40 to have an AI agent haggle with dealers on their behalf. CarEdge launched its AI Negotiator app in July, and over 2,000 customers have already paid to try it. Users set a target price, and the AI contacts dealers directly via email and text without revealing that it's not a human. The system tracks 150 plus data points per interaction, building a database of doc fees and add-ons nationwide. Founder Zach Shefska says dealers and OEMs are already taking notice, calling CarEdge, quote, the tip of the spear. Also, another quote from Shefska says, there's still going to be people that walk up to the dealership to negotiate, but there's a percentage of sales that can happen without the incumbent cost infrastructure, and everyone can win. That's what I'm passionate about.
Look, the moment two AIs make a deal for two humans,
it's happening
because they're set up in a structure like this is, I think this is actually driving to a like pure one price scenario across the nation, because if the consumer side has all of the data that an AI needs, and the dealer side has all the data, and there's floors and all this type of stuff, you basically get into like database trading. It's like trading, right? It's
my gosh, I didn't even think of it that way.
It's just trading at that point, and it's just allowing a computer to do the work of trading funds for vehicles, right? And so it's interesting. This is still super early adopter. Zach, I've got to jam with him a few times and hang out with him up in DC where they're at. Super savvy. He and his dad have created something really, really cool. I think kind of challenging the status quo of the way shopping behavior might happen.
His dad was who did AutoNation? Who did his dad work for his whole life?
Exactly.
Basically.
I think it was Asbury. So,
Asbury. Yep.
But just to see like the way that they communicate, the way that they think, the way that they're enabling people to buy cars and understand. And what's really cool about this, and I think a lot of people can kind of get skeptical, but when a brand like theirs builds this level of trust, the speed to yes from the consumer actually goes a lot quicker. So what's really cool is you get these super high conversion rates. If someone pays and sets a floor and sets a target price and says, I want to buy the car for this, and the AI gets them there or close,
Yep.
You better believe they're buying a car.
Speed to close is very, very great. Here's from they took a screenshot, put it on the Automotive News article. Here is the AI's outreach after it's a follow-up. Hey, Giovanni, thanks for confirming. I'll be on the lookout for the out-the-door breakdown from your work email. To be totally upfront, my main concern is where the final out-the-door lands, not just the base price, but the total after doc, DMV, sales tax, and all that. Like I mentioned, if you can get me to $36,900 out the door, no add-ons, just the car, I'm ready to lock this up and come in this week. If there's wiggle room, that's where I'd like to see it. Otherwise, if your out the door comes in higher, let me know what your absolute best is, and I'll make my call. Appreciate your help. Just want to be clearest, most straightforward deal possible. I mean, listen, who wouldn't like to get that email from a customer? You know right where they stand, and you can start to pivot.
Yeah, I mean, an AI would love to get that. But I can tell you, I'm not sure if I would love to get that as a salesperson. It's
here's the response.
Not very helpful on the deal because there's not a lot of context. I'll just be honest.
Oh, like a lot of context as far as what?
Oh, what, like, I mean, maybe it was already in there somewhere else, but like, where are you getting it registered? What are you all of the other things that have to go into that deal. Why is that a price point that you're after? Because if I can't meet that, maybe I have some other way, are you paying cash or are you financing? Because I may have some different incentives that I can apply to get to those numbers. Also,
tricky.
Hey, I'm going to apply all these incentives and then be able to tell you like, no, you don't qualify for that. There's just not enough context. And I think that until both sides of the conversation are clued into all of the context that you need to go to negotiate a car deal, it's still going to be a little bit tough. Just be honest.
Yeah, this response that they have on here, basically, the person responds and said, "My manager says if we can lock the deal in today, he would gladly do it for $36,900 out the door." Obviously, this is kind of like the Magic Kingdom scenario, right? You know what I mean? Like happily ever after, the car drives away. We all did it. The AI worked. But like you said, and like you pointed out, there's a lot of complexity in there to solve. But I think Zach is right when he says this is just the tip of the spear.
It's just the tip of the spear.
Because, I mean, people are going to be paying them because they trust. People are already trying to do this. I mean, dealerships, thousands all across the country are getting now emails, responses generated by just good old ChatGPT. You have people uploading deals. You have people analyzing deals in person.
All over the place. It's
AI going to be AI-ing.
Yeah.
Is that what we're just going to say?
Ray Shefska was at Penske for a long time. Sorry, we were both wrong.
We were both wrong. Okay. Well, speaking of both being wrong.
Oh.
Stop. Segue.
Time. That segue was actually all the commentary you're going to get on this next story. The U.S. and China has struck a framework deal over TikTok's ownership, potentially shifting control from ByteDance to a U.S. company. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed the framework during trade talks in Madrid. Trump and Xi are expected to discuss the final details on Friday. The deal addresses U.S. demands for local control over user data and oversight of TikTok's proprietary algorithm. China, however, insists it won't compromise on principles or allow politicization of technology or trade. Broader issues are still remaining unresolved in it, though, including fentanyl chemical exports, sanctions on Chinese firms, and new U.S. export controls. So everything surrounding TikTok, it's like, what are we doing in an international?
We're using as a giant negotiating leverage tool. Is what we're doing.
Absolutely wild.
Well, I mean, if you ever think of like, does actually social currency matter? Here it is. Yep. Social currency is influencing global policy through this. I think this will. I think it's going to have very little effect on the user base and what people are doing on TikTok. I think the effect that it was going to have, I think it's already have. Maybe there'll be some more people that get on the platform that have been staying off the platform because they feel like there's too much data and they don't trust it as much. This probably will increase usership a little bit more on the TikTok side. And, you and I have seen just so many, and everybody listening, so many people in the auto industry really leverage TikTok well to build their brands and sell cars and do all that stuff. I did see one article that was speculating, will either Elon Musk or Larry Ellison buy TikTok? And both of those, I think there's significant cases for it. I started thinking about like obviously Elon owning X has a lot of text-based training data, people commenting, human behavior commenting, but TikTok actually from a training standpoint has an infinite amount of video content being generated of like what humans are doing, in the video form. I don't know. Will we be better? Will we be worse? I don't know.
Who knows?
It's just happening out there.
It's just a thing that we talk about.
Oh, listen, whatever you're doing today, we hope you take care of the most important part of your life. And that is all the people in it. It's complex, it's messy, but it's so rewarding. Get out there, take care of the people. Everything else will fall into place. We'll see you tomorrow.